Okay, welcome to a new episode, Sean Resolute. Today we are looking at Nanoflex TR. Now they have come out with a new version of these, Nanoflex TR 2.0. These are the original ones, and I actually did a video on the first pair I had of these, so you can go and check that out if you so wish. But these are a different colour, basically. That's the only difference. They're like a yellowy, blacky pink. So we're gonna have a little look at that. If you've never tried these shoes, these are some of the most comfortable training shoes that I've ever worn. And when I say training shoes, I'm not referring to like running shoes. So obviously running shoes, a lot more comfortable. But in terms of your sort of all-round cross shoe, these are pretty good. So let's have a little look. And we're outside today filming, which is quite nice. Oh yeah, first things first, let's have a look at this. Yeah, size 13 for me, UK 12. And then it's the colours there, Nanoflex. And these are men's. It also says about this here, the footbed, and this is the thing that I really like about this, the insoles of these are really nice. So have a look in here, get rid of this paper, and this is what we're working with. Let's get this one out here. Okay, so moved around a little bit to get rid of the shadows. The sun's actually behind me, but here we go. So these are the shoes, again, slightly different to the ones that I originally had in colour. So this was like blue. This mesh material, this material here is another reason why I've just loved these shoes. Price point on these, I got these $50, so first and foremost, you know, $30 to $50 cheaper than the normal Nanos. If you're not familiar with Reeboks and Nanos and stuff that I'm talking about here, basically they became popular in CrossFit, and the shoes were called like Nanos, Nano 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all the way up now into double figures. Nike did the same with the Nike Metcon, and then what they've recently learned is that you don't necessarily need like the hardcore version of these things, so they started to make like more comfortable ones. They made like running version ones, all different kinds. These are the Nanoflex, so just meaning, you know, a little bit more comfortable. I would go as far as saying not as like durable, but for me, my old ones have lasted. They've lasted pretty much a year, and I've done rope climbs, I've done box jumps, I've done, you know, you name it, I've done it in them. So yeah, let's have a look. So first things first, this material here is really quite nice. Now in the blue ones that I had, and they were like a baby blue, you could actually see like the sort of moisture. So when you're running in the rain, sweating, stuff like that. Before I lived in Seattle, I was in Houston, so you know, sweating is a real thing, a real issue there. But these, it won't show up as much if you're bothered by that. This material, pretty breathable, and it dries pretty quickly, which is good. And then moving on, this here around the laces is pretty good. You know, it's like sealed on, nice. There's no like big stitching. A little bit of stitching there, but you know. And again, this hasn't peeled away on my other ones, and it's been pretty good. Laces, yeah, again, no issues with the laces. Let's. And then there's like a little bit of stretch in them, which is just nice. Around the back we have this heel support here. Now basically what this does is it keeps the shape, it just keeps the shape of the heel. So over time when you're putting your foot in and out, it doesn't all become very like floppy. The structure remains there, and you've got a little bit of support, so when you're doing squats and lunges and stuff like that, your heel has this nice little sort of plasticky, rubbery support. This is nothing special, just sort of like stuck on there. It's like glue basically. Then we look at the tongue. Again, not had any issue with the tongue. Pretty standard, nicely sealed, easy to adjust, easy to move around, and not too big where it's sort of in the way. Inside these, let's take this out. Inside, if I can, there we go, is this OrthoLite comfort sole, which is basically this thing here. Just adds nice little bit of cushion. I weigh like 230 pounds, so you know there's a lot of weight going in, so the sole of the insole is very important. I really liked it, hence why I've actually got a second pair here. And then we got this bit. Again, depending on what you're wearing them for, this may or may not be important, but for me, I do a lot of rope climbs, and this bit and this bit are very important, because the rope will just keep rubbing on this, and it has to be durable to a point. So as you can see on this, we've got this like extra sort of it's like a tougher rubber there, and all the, even though this is rubbed a little bit over time on the other shoes, yeah, nothing like crazy. So I'm pretty happy with that. If you're not doing rope climbs and you know this sort of CrossFit type stuff, then you're gonna have really no issue. If you're just using these for general gym work, then this side bit is gonna be more than enough. Same with the heel nice and sturdy. Now, one of the biggest differences between sort of like a training shoe like this and you know like a running shoe, and one of the benefits is this is, you know, pretty solid. So and this is where the issue's been in the past with these being too rigid and stiff and uncomfortable, is because you want to get that like rigidness, because if you are doing squats, you don't want too much sponge where this becomes unstable, because then that just transfers to your ankle, your foot and your rest of your body. So you want it to be, you know, solid, but at the same time you want a little bit of comfort. So that's why the insole's pretty good for these. On the bottom, this is what we've got. Nice sort of tread. And again, what we're wanting here with these is you want the bottom of these to be flat, because you want as much of the surface being on the floor for grip basically, and traction. These, you can see the little sort of crevices there, just for grip basically. You know, the bigger the grip is great for if you're out hiking and stuff like that, but when you're inside you want like more surface area, similar to a car tire basically. You know, you get the big chunky grippy ones for the off-road, and then you know all the way to like a racing tire where they're just like flat basically. But yeah, also the bottom of these, it's like I don't know what the word is, not necessarily tacky, but it's grippy. So when it is on the floor, it is not going to slide too much, so it like sticks in. But yeah, that's about it. Again, I've done another review, so go and check that out. I really like them. I think the price point for these is really good, and you can't go wrong for, you know, $50. The cheaper ones, if you go any cheaper, and there are cheaper versions out there, don't get me wrong, but the quality starts to go, you know, how they're made, and then they're gonna fall apart a little bit quicker than sort of these ones. And again, I would say I've tested these pretty well, wearing them, you know, almost every day up until my injury, wearing them pretty much every day, running, biking, jumping, you name it. So yeah, there you go, Nanoflex. Let me know if you have any questions. Emily also got a pair of these today, so I might review them, I'm not sure yet. Right, I'll actually try these on now. Alright, so can only try one on because I've got a boot. Okay, as you can see, shoes on. Again, size 13 for me. Okay, thanks for watching. If you could like, subscribe, much appreciated, and I'll be back soon with new videos. Thank you very much. Bye.